you're applying to RISD, you can indicate 3 majors, you can indicate 2 majors on the Common App, or you can put undecided. Even though we offer 16 majors, you're not bound to that when you apply to RISD as a freshman. You can indicate, again, 3, 2, 1, or put undecided. Whatever you put on the application, you're not bound to that because freshmen will change their mind. We'll use 2 platforms. We'll use the Common Application and Slide Room. The Common Application will involve your high school transcript, it will involve your recommendation letters, your resume, additional information that you would like the admissions office to know about you. And when it comes to the visual arts, your portfolio and your RISD assignment will be uploaded to Slide Room. So once you finish the Common App, it will prompt you to go to Slide Room where you will upload all of your digital artwork. The academic will be your high school transcript, SAT or ACT, and then TOEFL or IELTS if English is not your primary language. With the personal story, that will be one of the Common App prompts and recommendations. These 3 things will represent you without you being there. We do not conduct personal interviews as part of our admissions process, so your portfolio, again, the 3 categories have to represent the student without them being there. So it's really important the student has good grades, strong portfolio. How does the portfolio complement the grades? How does the essay complement the academics? So again, all these things have to work together. So we have 2 deadlines for freshmen. First is binding. It is not early action, it is early decision. So if you are applying to early decision, know that going into this, if you are accepted, you're saying you will come to RISD. Let's say it's February 1st. If you submit your stuff January 25th, there's no advantage to that. It's just gonna sit there in our queue until we have a substantial amount of applications done, and then we'll start to review. But there's no advantage to submitting your work early. Give yourself as much time. Oh my God, do not wait until February 1st to finally submit all your stuff, or the night of. Oh my God, we had one student, they submitted their stuff at 11:59. Give yourself as much time, because the system will slow down, and you can keep, then there are the cameras. Yeah, so just make sure you manage your time, because we see it every year where the students are waiting till the last minute procrastinating. It's like, don't procrastinate. It's very important. 12 to 20 images of your best work. We only want to see 12 to 20. This year, I had an applicant who submitted 300 images. No. This is about selecting the best work and editing your portfolio. You are representing yourself. You're not following the guidelines. We asked for 12 to 20 images. Include them. You can include sketchbook pages, show your best and most recent work. Andrew, would it be possible to all your junior year, spring semester, sophomore year? But it also depends on which deadline you go for. If you go for early decision, we can only look at your junior and sophomore year work. So again, keep in mind how much time you have depending on the deadline. Show risk-taking, show personality, show original ideas and concepts. If I open up your portfolio and I see Naruto, and I see Steven Universe, or I see Voltron, anyone know what Voltron is? Yes. The cartoon, thank you. Whew, I thought I was going to be able to by myself. All right, yeah, so do not include fan art, do not show master copies. I actually have a slide of what not to include in the portfolio. 12 to 20 images is 12 to 20 JPEGs. In one image, you can have 3 pictures, and that will be considered one project. So the student has this process for creating this tape gun. So they show the process, and then put the finished piece right here. The reason I show this, you can show process in your portfolio. We like to see what journey you took to get to that finished piece. Majority of the time we see this. It's just the artwork, but we don't know how you got there. So we want to see your process, because once you come to RISD, you will continue developing those skills, your process, your technical skills, your expressive skills, your artistic skills. So make sure you show us your process. You do not have to show a process for each image you show in your portfolio. It's totally okay to just show maybe 1, 2, 3 projects where you show the process, but your portfolio doesn't have to include, well, not every piece in your portfolio has to include process. To avoid artwork done from photograph, major focus portfolios, fan art, anime, a lot of anime, master copies, meaning paintings. Let's say a student basically did a master copy of Picasso or did a master copy of Mary Cassatt. Do not put master copies in your portfolio. Multiple page PDFs. The student with the 300 images had multiple page PDFs. Do not submit multiple page PDFs. If you submit PDFs, it has to be a single page. I'm looking at everybody, because once I see an application, I'm like, I was in that room when I talked to you about it. No multiple page PDFs, no film scripts, architecture CAD drawings. We want to see architecture done from life, or 3D models, fashion sketches, fashion drawings. It all depends on how they're drawn. We do get a lot of Kurokis. If the student can have almost finished illustrations in terms of fashion sketches, that would be helpful. Formulaic artwork, if you have 7 images from 7 different students and they all look exactly alike, take that out of your portfolio. Try to find the individuality as much as possible. Students, we've been doing portfolio reviews in our office for the past 2 weeks for pre-college students. If you're typically, it's a college fair for art students, we'll show up to a convention center or a campus of another institution. It's a 4-hour event. It's specifically for art students. You show up with your portfolio, like this young lady, and then there will be a RISD rep standing there waiting to review your portfolio. So this is an event where we solely give you feedback. This is not part of the admissions process. We will not use it part of your decision. It's purely giving you feedback before you have to submit your portfolio. If you are a sophomore, rising junior, rising senior, take full advantage of the pre-college program. It's helpful. A lot of schools say it's more for seniors. No. If you're a freshman, well, for freshmen, but as a sophomore, the earlier you know what you need to work on, the better. Because by the time you're a senior, because you have senioritis, you're trying to figure out where you're going for prom, and you're trying to, you have all these things going on. You're trying to take the SAT and the ACT. Go to portfolio day as early as you can to get that feedback. If you can't make it to a portfolio day, use the acad.slideroom, acad.slideroom.com website. Basically, you'll upload your artwork to ACAD, and you'll indicate 10 schools that you would like a review from. If you click on RISD, we'll have a notification sent to us. We'll go online, we'll look at your artwork, we'll type out our feedback and send it to you through email. So it's another way of getting feedback. So even after pre-college, you can have a review in person or in online, the assignment. The website is updated, it's already there. So the RISD assignment basically encompass what you'll be doing the freshman year. Again, exploration, experimentation, process, making discovery. You will choose, we have 3 options. From that, you will choose one of the prompts. So let's say you choose plastic, the term. It's up to you how you interpret that. We give you the guidelines, it's up to you how you interpret what plastic means to you. It could be literal, it could be a metaphor. From there, you have to create 2 pieces of art. Again, it's open-ended. You can use whatever materials you want. It can be abstract, it can be representational, it can be surreal, it can be artwork made from plastic, it can be artwork done with plastic, using plastic. Do not submit something dealing with Barbie dolls. We already know that's gonna happen. We already know we're gonna get a whole bunch of artwork that's gonna involve Barbie dolls. So try that's plastic. We already know it's gonna be a whole bunch of Barbie doll artwork. So try not to be, one of those folks. Again, it's your interpretation of what, collect means to you, what does threshold mean to you. We're leaving it up to you to determine what the term means to you, but again, create something that's personal to you. But you can approach it in again, straightforward or in an unconventional way. Once you have created your 2 pieces of artwork, so the first response could be a painting. The second response could be an animation. For another student, it could be a sculpture, while the second response could be a jewelry piece. Again, we give you the guidelines, but we open the door, the gate, and just let you have at it. It's your interpretation. Again, your approach is up to you. You will upload them to SlideRoom, and then you will include like a short reflection about if you have more time, how would you develop this even more? Yeah, so the Common App essay, you will weight the GPA, so if a student is taking AP courses, IB courses, A-levels, college level classes will add points to the GPA. We do not have a set GPA. 3.0, I always encourage students to strive for 3.0 or better. We do take in consideration grades that are improving. We take in consideration students who come from different backgrounds in terms of art education. There are schools that do not have a grading system. There are schools that do not have art. We take everything into consideration when we are evaluating students. SAT or ACT, we have no set score. Again, do your best. The freshman average, the old test was 600, 600, 600. That's the old test. The new test, we're waiting for the incoming freshman class to average. We usually use 2 years of the incoming freshman class, and then we'll have the average for the new SAT. Then we have a problem. 3,500 applications. 800 students are accepted, but the total number of accepted students is 900. Whew, that would have been, yeah, I don't know where we put those students. So again, 211, early decision, 100 are accepted, early decision, regular decision, 3,500, 800 students are accepted. 800 students are accepted, the total number, 800. Once we have the 900 students that we're going to accept, we will give that list to the financial aid office. So all decisions are done before financial aid information is given. So again, it's all pure, the decisions of a student is purely based on the grades, the portfolio, the academics, without financial information. The 900 students are then sent down to the financial aid office. They will use the FAFSA and the CSS profile to determine the student's financial aid awards. Do not wait until after you get your where the student has the paintings, the student has the drawings, the student has the sculpture. Well, why not allow yourself to take a risk, experiment, and let some of the things in your portfolio overlap? What if you combine your photography with your jewelry? What if you combine your paintings with your 3D sculptures? We need to see risk taking. We see less risk taking every year from students, from applicants. So encourage your students to take risks in a portfolio. Work outside their comfort zone, because that's what you're gonna do when you get here. You know, try to show failure in your application, in your portfolio, because you're gonna fail at a lot of projects. When you get here, I'm like, ooh, but you grow from that. I had to create a violin out of one sheet of cardboard when I got here, and all the pieces still had to be, you know, attached without using glue tape or staples. I went through like 5 sheets of cardboard, and the teacher's like, nope, throw it away. Second one, oh, no, got to do better than that. I'm like, what do you want from me? But then I learned, you know, had to think about creativity, you had to think about creative problem solving, and through that failure, I came up with this accordion violin. Now you're being more personal, and now you have like a unique project, Antonio. It's like, that's what we were looking for. And I'm like, oh, fine. Like, oh, couldn't you just tell me that? It was like, well, I want you to go through the journey. To the studio. So this is, you know, you learn from faculty, but you also learn from each other. So we want to see in that portfolio, when you get here, your classmates are going to learn something from you, you're going to learn something from your classmates. Because a lot of the dialogue happens between the students. And so again, you have faculty who will be here, who will support you, but a lot of the dialogue, a lot of the brainstorming, a lot of the conversation will happen between the students, and you grow because everyone's coming from a different background. Your application needs to show what you're bringing to the table. And it's, you know, just really show that you have something unique. Yeah. List what pieces were created at portfolio day, at pre-college. So again, you know, we take note of a student attending a pre-college program, and we want to see that growth that they had over the 6 weeks. Like, here's my artwork from high school, here's my artwork from pre-college, here's my artwork from my private art teacher. But giving us an indication, giving us more information is very important. So if a piece was created at Portfolio Day, make sure it's in the description. If a piece was created in your high school with guidance from your art teacher, if you have artwork that's produced purely based on your own interest and self-initiated, we like to know that. So this was artwork that was produced purely based on me sitting in my room without any guidance. Here's what I wanted to do. Here's how it came out. So yeah, so having that information is helpful.
Should she be